As they say, say hello to the camera.
Hi.
Hello. Today is the third day on our epic wander through the Portuguese countryside. This is obviously not Portuguese countryside, it's a road by a train track. So, oh, something just went into water there, it looked like some sort of water vole. Anyway, yes. Yesterday got into the 30s. Today is going to be about 38 degrees, which is nice if you're not walking. So, yeah, it's going to be very, very, very warm. The sun is already sort of up and it is baking already. So, the upside of today is it's only 20k. So hopefully we'll hammer it before 1 o'clock. So, oh look, they're tortoises, turtles. They're turtles. Look, camera. I don't know whether you can see it.
Oh yes, it's huge.
Yeah, I don't know whether you can see that camera. But they're turtles. We keep seeing splashes into the water. They're actual turtles. They have free-range turtles here, which is I've never seen before. Maybe if we sneak along here, I'll be able to take a picture or two, and you can see his head sticking out. Oh, his head went in.
No, I can see it.
Wow. I've never seen turtles in the wild. Obviously they live in the wild. Yes.
There might be ones that people are pets that people have
Well,
abandoned.
there were loads of them. There were about 5 along there, sitting on the bank. Sorry? You can see his head sticking up.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. They're a little bit chickeny, obviously. So, anyway, as I said, feeling okay. Knackered yesterday, feeling better today. Feet are not hurting much, so yeah, just get on with it. What to say about today? Today was a short walk. So I've got meat in my teeth. I apologise. Yeah, today's a short walk. 20k, and it was 20k along the side of a main road. Actually, that's wind's blowing, so I'm going to plug in my directional mic. If you bear with me, if I pick at the cover. Oh no, it's on the other side. Hang on, there's a directional mic thing. There it is. Hang on, let's give me a. Probably should edit this, but being the professional that I am, and I'm not at home, I'm not going to edit it. I'm just going to. There you go. Hopefully that's working. Yeah, who knows. Anyway, back to, oh yeah, look at that. Can you see the swimming pool behind? Isn't that lovely? Swimming pool. Spent some part of the day sitting by that. Sunshine, lovely. Anyway, yeah, 20k, compounded by a further 5k to get to the hotel, which wasn't great. I don't want much more to say about that. Yeah, it wasn't great. It was 40 degrees today. 40 degrees. 40 degrees is hot. Hard to describe how hot and how life-suckingly hot that is, but it was life-suckingly hot. And when you sort of get to the town that you've been heading towards, and you think, oh yeah, we've arrived, and and then you look at the map and you think, that looks just a little bit further than you thought it was. And then it turns into 5k, which is over an hour to walk in the blazing sunshine while your soul is melting through your feet. Yeah, that was a bit crap. Sorry to use the word crap. Now I've said it twice. Yeah. Today, things I've seen today was really nice. Turtles. There were turtles in the morning. The earlier video may have. I'm pointing in that way, that direction, as if the video's over there. Yeah, the turtles this morning. Impressed. Someone's obviously released some turtles. We didn't see them anywhere else, and there were loads in these, just these drainage river type things in front of some industrial units. Loads and loads of turtles. They were quite big ones. There's lots of small ones as well. Yeah, so they've obviously bred there, and there were some quite big ones. So happy turtles, I suppose. So turtles this morning, and then there were the storks on top of the factory, which you should have seen. He's pointing that way again, isn't he? Earlier, somewhere in time. Yeah, this directional thing through time. How does one do that? Time. Anyway, so yes, 40 degrees meant that everything I washed dried really quickly when I put it on this balcony. And I'm sitting on the balcony, by the way. That's why I'm elevated. If you look, can you do balcony? And that's Suzanne. I don't know what she's doing. She looks like she's sulking or something. She's not. She's thinking. Anyway, that's probably a thinking pose. So ramble. Yes, when walking, things not to do, or a thing not to do. Do not look to your goal. Look to where you are. If you're only thinking about the goal itself and not focusing on where you are, you're not focusing on the journey and how you're going to get there. So I suppose that's a metaphor. Is that the right word? Simile, probably metaphor. Metaphor for life. Don't just focus on your goal. You need to focus on how you're going to get to your goal. Yes, because if all you have is a goal, well, you don't really have much, do you? Yeah, so you can say, well, I want to get to there, but really what matters is how you get to there. People come to me for help, I suppose, and they say things like, I would like to be happy, for instance. That's a goal. I would like to be happy. And I find that interesting, oddly interesting, because when I ask, most people have no idea, A, of what happiness is, and B, of any route how to get to this mythical place called happiness. And I suppose the same applies to a decent marriage. You know, I would like a decent marriage. Well, okay, what does a decent marriage mean to you personally? And then how do you get there? So the same applies to the Camino. Yes, you have perhaps a goal, you know, maybe it's the end of a stage, and for those who don't know, the journey is divided up into stages via the books that people have written, and the stages on this route are, I don't know, 25k to 30k per day. So you walk 25k to 30k per day to get to the end of a stage, and then you find yourself some accommodation. On the French route, plenty of accommodation, albergs, the hostels. On this route, not so much. So you're fending for yourself a little bit, but we tend to fend for ourselves anyway. So no, nothing difficult for us. So yes, how you get to your destination, goal, or whatever matters. Yes, some people say, well, I would like to get rich. Okay, well, there are different ways of becoming wealthy, and there are obviously different types of wealth. But if your route to becoming wealthy involves trampling all over other people, maybe that's not a great thing. Or maybe for you it is, I don't know, but maybe it's not a great thing for everyone else who've trampled on, and you're not sort of enhancing the world. There's nothing really wrong with becoming wealthy, I suppose, providing it doesn't involve trampling on people. And I think that's the truth with most goals. If you have a goal and you work to get there, and you know the route you take is healthy and uplifted and contributes to the lives of others, probably a good thing. If the route you take to your goal involves crushing people, trampling on people, taking advantage of people, I'm not sure this mic is working, by the way. It is a fluffy mic, but it is windy here, so it could be, I could be just sitting here going blah blah blah. I will check, and I will have this very same conversation again all by myself again. So anyway, so yes, your route matters, yes, probably more than your destination, weirdly, because often our destinations are somewhat ethereal, hard to grasp at, and we may spend our lives walking towards them and never arrive. So your route to your destination matters significantly. It probably will define your life. So yeah, that's the thought of today. I don't think we had a what did we call them, mantras? Did we have a mantra for today? She's shaking her head. No, we didn't have a mantra today. We had a it's too hot, and we're walking by the side of the road. It was all road today. It wasn't nice at all. Yeah, lots of space, and it was all the same road as well. It was one very long. Well, I suppose if you're in a car, not very long, but by foot it was a long road. Yeah, through industrial areas. We realised this is why people say this Camino takes 3 days to get out of Lisbon. And by the way, you don't want to know how I'm remembering the name Lisbon. Yes, some people say it's a 3-day stroll out of Lisbon at the beginning, and I can understand that because it's kind of just loads of industrial areas alongside of a road which you then just walk along. So not really much fun, but it's part of the journey, and I suppose lots of journeys have bits that are not much fun. So anyway, I suppose this is going to end the ramblings of this loon for tonight. I'm going to whiz you around because I like making people feel sick. So I'm going to try to put my face in the middle so that you really feel sick, and watch the world behind me turn around. Look, just watch that. Isn't it kind of creepy? Isn't that just awful? Ooh, I'm going to be sick. My hair went one way, hair go one way, and then looks like a bad comb over, and then the other way. Whoa, that made me feel sick. Because I'm actually looking at it too, because I'm looking at the screen. Anyway, as I said, night. Magic finger heading towards the screen.